It is October 23rd, 2018. We're here at 1655 La Playa in San Diego, California, 92101. We're here at the front of the property, and we have two ABS cleanouts, 3-inch, that were installed. This cleanout here that's farther away sweeps back into the house. We're going to go ahead and start with this. So here's the bottom of the vertical. This is now dropping into the horizontal run. Here's the other cleanout just above that. Push down the line into the house. See a little bit of toilet paper and debris that's kind of stuck right there in the line. We're going to have to try to push by that. There we go. So we have a bathroom right here. We do not have access to inside the house, but we can see right here the T-junction, vertical dropping right in. So that's the fixtures from the bathroom draining into this pipe. So this is all new ABS plastic pipe. Here's another T-junction right here. And one more T-junction right there. Okay, here we have the original cast iron pipe. So you can see right here, this is the rubber boot that's connecting the two. There's a little bit of an offset here. Now we're running back in the opposite direction that everything would be flowing, but the aligned pipe is a little off. So this is slightly misaligned, and the pipes and the ABS to the cast iron, they should be touching each other, and they should be perfectly centered upon each other, and that's not the exact case here. But it's not terrible. It's not a real concern. As long as that boot that looks properly put on there holds, it's never going to be an issue. So you can see that the camera there is kind of hitting the wall, the pipe, so we have to kind of jump over there. Here we go. We got a little bit of debris in our camera now from hitting that. So that's going to hopefully wash off here in a second, but keep continuing down the pipe. Here we go, hit a little puddle of water, open that up. So we're going to go ahead and back up on the system here, just to come back across that. So this pipe looks in very good condition. Don't see anything wrong with this here. Here's our T-junction. So this is picking up the back bathroom. We were told this could be a small liner that was put into the cast iron pipe right there. So it looks like that's why we've got such a good looking pipe in there. And here's a T-junction that they would have added and put in to install it. And then here's our sweep at the very beginning of the line. And this is catching the toilet. And so we can actually, looking all the way up, that little white circle light at the middle of the pipe, that's essentially the rooftop there, where that's the vent on the top of the roof, the sunlight coming through there actually. So we've made that sweep, we're actually looking vertically up. So that's essentially the very beginning of the line right there for the back bathroom. So this was all relined, and this pipe looks in perfect condition, so there's no issues with that. Pulling back, and again you can see we just came right across that, so it's not really a problem. Everything's dropping and dumping into that part of the system properly. And then this was the new ABS that they added with the bathroom addition and the remodel that they did. So we're going to go ahead and pause the video and pull the rest of the camera back. Okay, so we just came out from that clean out, and we're now going to go to the one that's closest to the house. This will then sweep away from the property. This part of town has had a lot of the sewer pipes and water lines replaced, so we may possibly have new pipe once we run out the rest of the direction here, but we'll go ahead and see. This looks like this is still cast iron right here. Looks like this might have been relined as well. standing water in the pipe right here. So just a little bit, not much. So normally, of course, the pipe is required to have a slope downhill at all times of 1/4 inch per foot. We've got a little bit of standing water in there. This is what we call a sag or a belly in the line. So there's either a spot where that's kind of leveled out, or it goes uphill at the end causing that, or there's some debris farther up that's acting like a dam holding this water in. So we'll find out here as we slowly move forward what may or may be causing that. Okay, so it looks like we've already come out of that little area. So it's just the way that the pipe and the relining and it was in the ground was already set. It's just slightly leveled to a little bit up, and that's what caused that. So it's not a problem whatsoever. Everything still looks good on this coated pipe. You can see the numbers and letters on the side there, the pipe liner. So again, all this has been relined. Here's our drop right here. Looks like we're dropping into the original concrete clay pipe right here. And then here's the junction into the city. So there's the big city line right there in the street. So that's the end of this lateral line. So again, they did reline the entire system, both the piece under the house that was original cast iron and all this across the concrete little driveway and out right to this junction here at the turn. So there's no problems with the sewer system right here with the line. We're now going to go ahead and pause the video and pull our camera back, and we're going to go ahead up on the rooftop to look through the vents. Okay, so we moved up to the rooftop. On this side of the house that you're looking at, on their side of this little gate here, the home inspector and people were saying that they were smelling a bad gas smell, sewer odor smell, not natural gas, I believe. So we haven't noticed anything yet. It's kind of a windy day right here where we're at, and we didn't notice anything in particular, but that's why we're going to go through these roof vents really quick. Now these here are these new ABS plastic here for the bathroom, and it appears possibly the kitchen as well. So we're just going to go down these vertical pipes to make sure that we don't see anything that looks like a crack, break, or a detachment. Here we have a T-junction, and that's what's collecting the toilet drain itself. So you can see all the debris actually dumping into the system right there. So that's collecting debris, and here's the turn on the system right here and dropping through. So that may not be the toilet, that could be the lav or the shower. We're going to go ahead and shift over now to the next vent. So we're going to pause the video for a second. Okay, so we moved over to these other two vents, which should be the other one for the bathroom and then the kitchen. Again, we don't have access to the inside. Also could be a laundry vent, but again, we're just trying to go ahead and inspect to make sure we see that the pipes are all connected to something and that nothing is completely off. So there's, again, another T-junction where everything is dumping into the system. Same as the first one we saw. Transition and another dump collection point, and going into the horizontal line. So that one also checks out. We don't see anything out of the ordinary there. Now I'm going to move over to the next one. Now we just did get a really strong odor just being on the rooftop, actually. And so I don't know if that came up through this sewer system and out of the vents or from some other part, but we actually just got a really strong odor. So we're now going to go down this vent here. Now, if there is essentially some back pressure coming from the city and the system itself, there could be a lot of odors coming back from the city and back into the system. So if that is the case that's happening, then a check valve would need to be installed by the cleanouts on the front there, which unfortunately is all under concrete. So this vertical vent pipe has a 90-degree elbow here, and then another quick turn. You can see everything's glued and attached there, that shiny darker glue. So that's what we're again looking for. And again, if these were a problem, you'd have a lot more odors inside the house, but we wanted to see initially up top here. So this one checks out okay as well. We're going to pause the video. Okay, so we moved over to above the cast iron original 3-inch vent here for the back bathroom, at least from off the street area. Got some water running in the system. There could be somebody here. I believe this is a rental property, so not really sure, but anyway, we're just going to go down this pipe here. So this is ABS pipe, so again you can see here that this has all been replaced. There's some water running into the system right there. Coming back up right now. There's the T-junction. So we do notice some definite odors coming out from the vents here. Right when we were moving our cameras from those other vents, we in fact could smell them. We'll wipe off our camera lens really heavily hitting us, and when we went directly above the vent on the very end of the unit, and we could smell a lot of strong odors. So there could be a lot of back pressure on how this property just happens to be with the city, and it's pushing a lot of the odors back up into this property. So again, the only way to try to somewhat redirect this, you can move these vents with extensions. So where they're at right now, they can be modified. You can go ahead and put 90-degree elbows on these pipes and then run a horizontal line across, keeping them stabilized, over to farther away, maybe to the back of the house here, so that as the wind and the normal direction that everything kind of carries, it would lead away from this property's yard areas. Otherwise, again, the addition of possibly a check valve on the sewer line itself underground would have to be installed, and that is a one-way gate that only allows things out but won't let anything back in. So any of these gases and odors that are trying to back pressure in from the city side would be stopped. The gate would only open when water and liquid run by, and then it would immediately shut, preventing those stronger odors from trying to come back up into this system. So again, we don't find anything wrong with any of the drain or sewer vents here, and the sewer line itself is in perfect working condition with no issues. So that concludes this recording.